Hi, welcome to my channel, Rohit Speaks. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about energy drinks and if they are safe for us and what to look for when you're drinking energy drinks and what's the safe limit without causing any issues. And I know people have certain mindset about energy drinks that they are taboo or they should not be drinking so much or not should not be drinking at all. So I just want to make sure what's there in the energy drinks because I myself drink maybe a can in 2 days, 3 days, I don't know. But you should know what you're drinking, what you're taking inside, and what is beneficial, what is not. So if I want to answer this question simply, you would say, yes, it is safe, but in moderation. And what you need to know is the amount of caffeine it contains and amount of sugar it contains, because those are the two major components of your energy drink. And basically, as you have explained in previous videos, um, especially in sugars, you can consume is 50 grams. Above that is just you're stressing your pancreas to create insulin to get rid of that glucose from your blood. So these in this image, I just put like all the current available. I mean, there are so many energy drinks in the market, and there is so many ways they provide you energy, but all of them have sugar. Then there are sugar-free variant version of that. That might be a little bit better alternative. The only thing which you need to know is the amount of caffeine you consume. So first of all, why caffeine? So caffeine is a stimulant. It's basically works with your nerves. It activates your nerves. It can be anywhere it goes, especially in your heart. It promotes. So if this is your normal breathing, if you are consuming caffeine, if there is constant supply of caffeine, it will just do this. And sometimes instead of doing a regular, your heart has to do a regular beating. If it does this irregular beating, and that's when you will get some heart complications or heart failure. If you keep consuming caffeine more than 400 milligrams a day continuously for a couple of days, you are definitely bound to have an heart episode. So 400 milligrams of caffeine is more than enough for an adult which is 18 years and above. And to give you a more pictorial, it's almost 5 shots of espresso, 5 cans of Red Bull. Also, here it shows the sugar version. I would not recommend. Maybe 5 cans of sugar-free Red Bull is fine. Uh, Again, this is sugar version of Coca-Cola. I will never ever tell you to drink because 1 can of Coca-Cola has 33 grams of sugar. That's almost for a day you're consuming 1.5 can of Coke and you're done with the sugar consumption for the day. If you're doing more than that, pancreas overshot. Same for Monster drink and one tall drink of caffeine, pour over coffees. They have roughly 400 milligrams and 2 shots of 5 hour energy, which is available. But you need to know when you take something. So coffee, espresso shot, a single shot of espresso has approximately around 80 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, same is for 80 or 70 milligrams of caffeine. Same is in a can of Red Bull, 8 ounces. If you go higher, the amount of caffeine increases. So always keep in mind that you have to consume 400. And so, for example, in a short period, which is in a week, you have consumed 400 milligrams of caffeine. Every day you will be fine. But if you have consumed 500, 600, 500, 600, in that week itself, where you're outdoing your capacity, your heart is going to start having this palpitations. You will have anxiety. You will not sleep. All those effects will start happening to you. Okay, so if you're consuming more than 400 milligrams of caffeine, you will have that. Now, some people who are new to energy drinks and who has never had energy drinks in their life, what would happen is that amount of caffeine will make them jittery, will make them a little bit, oh, what's happening? Because their heart has never seen caffeine. So caffeine actually just does this. So that person might feel a little bit different, might feel weirded out by it. And then they would also say, oh, it's really bad. It makes me feel this. But this is to the person who has a really low threshold of caffeine. But if that person is regularly consuming coffee, American coffee, not the one with bunch of milk in it, just regular black coffee. If you're consuming enough coffee, energy drinks will not make you that much jittery because your heart has a threshold, your nerves have a threshold for caffeine. and max is 400 milligrams. So this is what I'm trying to explain. When people start spreading information, oh, you should not drink, this will make you this, this will make, because your body is not used to caffeine. So even if you take one shot of Red Bull, yes, you're taking 80 milligrams of caffeine, it will make you feel a little bit jittery. Okay. So my advice here is, if you're not into energy drinks, you don't want caffeine, fine, don't do it. You don't need to. But if you're spreading misinformation, oh, it makes me feel hard, my heart is gonna go, it because you didn't had ever caffeine, so it should not spread for misinformation. Hence, I'm trying to tell you here is that you need, the safe limits is 400 milligrams, and I'm showing you a pictorially. Same for young adults, it's 100 milligrams, which is a can of Red Bull, 3 Cokes or whatever, one shot of espresso, or if they have had caffeine once in a while, it's fine. But for anything, anybody below 18, I would not recommend taking energy drinks at all. Try to save up, as you're still young, you still have plenty of energy. I don't get why a young adults would need to have energy drinks at all. But the adults who are having it, 400 milligrams is your limit. Other than that, what you could choose is natural extracts. So in this in this cans of energy drinks, there is bunch of vitamins, bunch of taurine. Taurine is actually good for you. It's a kind of an amino acid which helps your nerves, helps your blood pressure. But if you overdo it, it's going to be bad for you. And then it has bunch of sugar. So try to get the sugar-free version of it, so you're not consuming a bunch of sugar. Okay. If you just want caffeine to stay active or stay stimulated, 400 milligrams is sufficient for the day. Now, there are natural extracts for caffeine, which is called as guarana. Guarana is one of the seeds. So it's a seed which has flavonoids along with caffeine, along with some other beneficial compounds which will reduce our inflammation. Those are, if there is an energy drink made from guarana extract, I would recommend taking that without sugar. That would be much healthier version of your energy drink. So look for those and try to consume energy drinks less than 400. I mean, yes, the safe limit is 400, but if you limit yourself to 300, still okay. That would be much more advisable. Okay, so in a nutshell, I would say caffeine itself is safe. You need to know the limits. Again, taking energy drinks sugar-free and knowing your caffeine limits is the key. Besides that, energy drinks have been said no to the during pregnancy, because caffeine, again, what it does is it activates your nerve impulses, so it will affect the blood pressure of the mother, and that in fact would affect the fetus's blood pressure, because that's what is being controlled by your mother's blood pressure. So hence it is not recommended to provide energy drinks to the mother, especially the one with sugar in it. Also, it leads to pregnancy diabetes as well. If they're consuming anyways, there will be much more consumption than normal. But if you're giving energy drinks on top of that, you're also giving a surplus of sugar, sugar spikes also. So you don't need to give that. I had to also talk about one incident where a man drank, I don't know, I think 10 cans, or I don't know, or something like that. And it was sugar version of energy drinks, and its pancreas started to digest itself, because there was so much sugar in the blood. It couldn't do anything. It was almost led to the death of the person, because the pancreas started to shut down and started to eat itself, because there was so much sugar in it. He drank 12 cans of sugar drinks. Okay, 12 cans of sugar is like, let me calculate real quick. It will be almost 400 grams of sugar. 400 grams is half a kg of sugar that guy consumed in like within an hour. 12 cans. So that's like a biggest spike of glucose you can have in your blood. And the pancreas shut down. It needed to increase insulin, that it went on overdrive, and it started to shut down on itself. So that person went to near death because of energy drink consumption, but the cause of it was sugar, not caffeine itself. Okay. Caffeine has led to heart complications, but that person had consumed, not just was surviving on energy drinks and drinking 4 or 5 cans of energy drinks, definitely going above the 400 milligrams in a short period of time. So you always need to understand how that is being consumed. Are they doing above their limits? And if they had heart complications already, and then you're adding caffeine to it, it will lead to heart complications. So These are the things you need to pay attention when people say, oh, energy drinks are killing people. You need to know what's happening behind that. It's not just one drink and he's done. It is a period of drinking and a period of overdoing it, more than 400 milligrams, and that would lead to this. So with that, I would shut down this, or I'll stop this video. Hopefully you guys have learned what's the point of energy drinks. In general, it is safe. Anything below 400 milligrams, you're good to go. Try to drink sugar-free version and you will be fine. Okay, with that, I'll switch off this video and I'll see you on the next one.